Chris Popper here in Bangor. I'm joined by Matthew, Bronwyn, and Christien from the MDI Music Department, High School Music Department. And Bronwyn, first of all, before we start, congratulations. Brought home the gold from Stearns High School again this weekend.
Thank you very much. I was proud of the kids. They did an amazing job.
Yeah, now we have the video up on our website and we'll have names added later on today. All right, so you all are involved in, something pretty cool and unique, and obviously motivated kids, because everybody normally wants to get out of there at the end of 2 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, but everyone's going to be sleeping over on Friday, April 10th into Saturday morning, the 11th. Tell us what the heck's going on.
Yeah, so this was something I got hints from other teachers in the community and the state, and it's kind of leaning into this idea of wanting to get one more rehearsal time for our spring concert, which is going to be on May 12th, and that will be at 6:30 in the gymnasium. But also, we're trying to get our students to be more collaborative with each other, build that team camaraderie as well, and not just in band or just in chorus, but and just in orchestra, but across all the groups together. And so it's almost this, Matt Haney described it as type 2 fun, where, we're going to be tired at 3 in the morning. Christian's going to go around with like a cup of coffee, pouring it into people's mugs, and we're trying to get through a rehearsal. But in the end, hopefully they'll see afterwards this kind of like, oh my goodness, that was kind of a cool thing, after they've slept it off a little bit.
So this is no sleep. This is actual rehearsals, and it sounds like you're taking over the gym and basically spreading beyond the music hallway.
Well, so we've done our best to keep it as much into the music wing as possible, partly just for chaperone purposes. But how we have it kind of structured is I and Christien and Bronwyn took the time. We looked at what groups we wanted to be rehearsing, and then we scheduled them by different time slots. So, the first hour might be band, and then another hour chorus and orchestra. And so that gives us kind of those big rehearsals, especially early on when we're not as tired. And while those are going on, when you're not rehearsing, you have the opportunity to participate in games, crafts, you name it, in one of our other spaces in the music wing, and or in those later hours, sleeping in the cafeteria. We're telling them bring their sleeping bags or cot or air mattress, but they can catch up on sleep when they're not rehearsing. But we'll make sure to wake them up when it's their turn again, whether it's for a flute sectional or a percussion sectional, or a jam or some sort of activity that's happening.
Now, did I understand this is going to be live streamed? Obviously not the sleeping part, but the rehearsals are going to be live streamed?
Yep. So we're going to have a camera right in the back of the room there, and we're going to live stream just the rehearsal aspect to give some privacy to the students throughout the day. And that's just to kind of give the community an insight to what we do. How many people, except for if they were in band, chorus, or orchestra, have seen a rehearsal before? Not many. And so we thought it'd be kind of cool to be able to connect that. And if people are willing to support and want to support, there'll be a way to donate through the live stream as well, to kind of keep us moving forward. We're going to get some different tiers of like, if we get to a certain donation tier, people are talking about potentially dyeing my hair and fun things like that.
Okay.
So
yeah,
pink.
And Christien, you're shaving your hair off. Is that?
Oh, absolutely. The buzz cut is coming back.
We'll work with the students on to see what they think is feasible and doable, and what they want to do. They'll pick the colors and such. But we're going to work with the Tri-M Honor Society quite a bit to kind of come up with some of those tiers as well.
Tell us a little bit about the Tri-M Music Society. So we know that like there's the National Honor Society and the various technical societies, but this is for music, and performing arts. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So Triumph has two different goals that are both centered on music. One is to develop community within the music room. Sometimes that's weaving together chorus and band. Sometimes it's doing a public outreach event. There's a lot of opportunities that Triumph seeks out to build community. The second is performance. Every member that we have in Triumph Society are really top tier performers, and they actually take on additional opportunities to perform in our jams, especially the Blueberry Jam that's going to be coming up in early June. They look for extra performance events. At the Rehearsal-A-Thon, they're going to be taking on a few different roles. One is running the jam. Another one is going to be running some of the extra activities when a rehearsal isn't in session. And the third thing they'll be doing bright and early at 6 o'clock in the morning is making breakfast for the whole music team.
Wow.
So they got a busy night on top of a late night.
No
What a
doubt.
fun night. Fun for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Now you're having a couple guests, is that correct? That are
Yeah.
coming?
So some of the big kind of events that are happening, we just mentioned the Triumph Midnight Madness Jam that will be live streamed from 11 p.m. to midnight.
And that's just to clarify, that's featuring student performers from within the department.
Okay.
Yep. And then another big event that will be happening to kind of give our kids a break from rehearsing as well, but also to get them a musical experience is Shane Ellis has been running a group called the Sea Winds Jazz Ensemble, and that will be performing at 6:30 in the auditorium. And that will not be a part of the live stream. We'll put a little sign saying, join us in person. But that brings together not only Shane Ellis and some of his amazing musical colleagues like Mr. Matt Lawson and such, but yeah, Bo Lizey's on there, but also brings us music teachers together. Christien and I are playing in that, Miss Graves, Miss Putnam, Dan Granholm as well, and then we also got community members in that, so it's bringing a lot of the island together and the surrounding towns as well. Also in that concert will be the Waves Jazz Ensemble, which is a middle school honors jazz group, and that's bringing different musicians from the different schools at the middle school level to play at a kind of higher level that they might not be able to get in some of their school programs right now.
Okay.
And just so we don't leave out the one music teacher we didn't mention, also Annalise Smith from Trenton is also involved in the what is it, in the Sea Winds?
No, she's not.
She's not.
No.
Okay.
No.
But she
Okay.
will be here, boots on the ground.
She will. So.
Excellent. Well, and you need that feeding group too. I mean, obviously that's so important for the success of the high school music department. And then, of course, then there's the big spring concert on May 12th. And tell us, it's entitled Dawn of a New Age. So who is going to be, what groups will be performing there? Sounds like Aquarius, I mean, right? Right.
So that will be band, chorus, and orchestra. And we've been, at least since I've been here, trying to put like larger themes to our winter and spring concerts. And the idea of this one is we're kind of in a time right now where there's AI, there's excitement around progress. There's also some fears behind that as well. And what role can music play in not only our communities, but the progress that is happening within the country, the world, and it's kind of acting as this social commentary to a point on some of that. So our program notes, our programming of the music that we choose is going to kind of lean into some of those aspects, whether it's looking back, whether it's reflecting, or looking ahead as well.
All right. Anything that I've missed that you want to add?
Not that I can think of event-wise. I'm really excited to be able to hopefully bring this all together and have the kids start to see each other in a closer relationship with music and each other, hopefully that will blossom a better musical experience even in the school days after the event. So
how many kids are we talking about that could potentially participate in this?
So we're looking around between 40 to 60. There are a few students that have some conflicts that won't be able to make it. So we're hoping around that 45, 50 at least.
That would be great for the first one, and I'm sure it'll just grow as you expand this into future years.
I'd also like to just highlight that the live stream and our desire to really engage the community, the public community on the island. You know, I remember days when our concerts had to be in the gym and we had to have both sides of the bleachers rolled out plus seating in the middle, because the high school concert was the thing everybody went to on the night of the high school music concert. And I want back there. I really want to invite the audience in. I love this idea that they can come, they can watch our kids rehearse, they can kind of get to know us, and hopefully it will bring them back through the doors to come to our concert.
Well, I think, one of the things is, and I'm glad you all reached out about it, is it may be the lack of publicity. How many people know when it's the island chorus groups getting together? And the more that the community can be aware, the better off that they can circle their calendars. And we want to remind you, May 12th, circle your calendar, so that way you can be there in person to see all the amazing things that are happening with the music department at MDI High School.
Yeah, and so that people know, we love the financial support. We usually ask for something at the door when people come, but we never turn anyone away. If it doesn't work for you to put a penny in the pot, please come to our concert anyway.
Which actually reminds me too, this kind of gets us to a larger thing of the funding, like where's that going to go to? And so we've been planning over the past few years, and we're trying to have a music department trip with band, chorus, and orchestra, aiming to go to Washington, D.C. in the year 2027, 2028. And so those funds will be some of the starting fundraising towards that trip. And so we hope that people are seeing the value in that. We'll kind of talk about that potentially in the live stream and get it more out into the public as we get more and more of those details getting closer to that event.
All right. Well, keep us informed. I appreciate your time. We look forward to tuning in to the live stream, and hopefully maybe I can make it down on May 12th to see the concert in person.
We'd love that.
I love that.
Thanks so much. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Chris.